Hey YouTube, it's Chris. So the story of my life begins with my great-grandparents. What did I tell you? Generations before I was born. They lived in Wisconsin. More on that later. My great-grandpa was in the Army in World War I and died as a result, but not before they had a daughter. And after he died, my great-grandma moved with her daughter to Milwaukee to be with her family, the Heidemans, German immigrants. And my great grandma was not one to be a lonely widow for the rest of her life, and so she went to a singles dance in downtown Milwaukee, and that's where she met her second husband. Albert was chief engineer on a Great Lakes ore carrier. Can't remember which boat, but it was with the Pittsburgh Steamship Company because he lived in Pittsburgh. And they were docked in the port of Milwaukee. Boat's not moving. Chief engineer doesn't have to do anything, so he went off the boat downtown. Oh, singles dance. And he met his wife. So they ended up getting a place in New Buffalo, Michigan, which is down here. And my first of all, Michigan. Lady from Wisconsin, guy from Pennsylvania, sort of kind of in between the two states, at least as far away from Milwaukee as my great grandma would allow. She hated the place. Don't blame her, I've seen it. So they moved across the border to a nice little house in Michigan City, Indiana. She hated that too. And it's a beautiful house. My father drove me by there many times, probably because Albert drove him by and said, look what your grandma hated. It's a cute little house, nice little yard, whatever. She hated it. So then they end up getting a 2-acre estate in a ritzy resort village on Lake Michigan, again, down here, called Grand Beach. That she loved. Nice white house, kind of in the middle of the property, and then a little maid's quarters off in the wooded area, and a creek that ran along with it, and it was, really nice. So when my great-grandma's daughter was old enough, Albert introduced her to one of his assistants on the boat, a man by the name of Ken Hurlbert. Name sound familiar? And they ended up getting married. And because Albert was a really nice guy, he took out his land survey, penciled off a corner, and built him a brick house. And that's where the newlyweds lived. And that is going to be the end of the first video. So thank you very much for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, and as always, take care of yourselves, YouTube.